How much do we have left?
$40.
That's it?
Well, you guys want to get something to eat?
What you're about to watch isn't just another compilation of viral videos. It's a raw, unfiltered look into the reality millions of people are facing right now. From someone spending $70 at Walmart and walking away with almost nothing, to a single parent making $34 an hour who can't afford basic groceries, these are real people sharing their real struggles with the cost of living crisis that's hitting families everywhere. You'll hear from folks across different countries, the United States, Australia, and beyond, all telling eerily similar stories. $9 for lunch meat, $100 to fill up a gas tank, $2,300 for a basic apartment, and families choosing between eating and paying bills. These aren't statistics on a news report. They're your neighbors, your coworkers, maybe even your own story. What strikes me most about these videos is the raw honesty and frustration in people's voices. This isn't about politics or blame. It's about human beings trying to survive in an economy that seems to be leaving everyday workers behind, regardless of how hard they work or how much they earn. So buckle up, because what you're about to see might hit closer to home than you expect.
Back in the day, you used to be able to go to the store with $1 and get 2 bags of chips, mad candy, and a honey bun. I just spent $2.59 for 2 honey buns and a bag of chips.
Yo, this is what $70 gets you at Walmart. Yep, that's it. $70.
Is anybody else getting slaughtered at the grocery store lately? The cheese I buy used to be $7.99. You know how much it is now? $18. Tell me how that's right. And don't even get me started on trying to eat healthy. Have you priced lean beef lately? They don't even take cash for that. You literally have to bring them a gold brick and hand it to them. By the time I fill up the $5 a gallon of gas and get to the grocery store and make my order, I gotta sell my truck just to freaking pay for it. So I go out in the parking lot and start eating. I guess this is my home now, but at least I'm healthy.
Okay, y'all, so I know I haven't been on here in a while, but I had to take a trip to Walmart, right? And I know everybody's been talking about inflation or whatever, but how did I not realize lunch meat? Y'all, lunch meat? Look at this fuckery. $9? $9 for some meat? Y'all. No. We're gonna come over here. It's for $3.47. Great value. Anyways, I'm just taking up y'all's time. Comment below what y'all meat prices are, because at Walmart it's ridiculous in Oklahoma. I'm not as workers. See, that's why you can never get no help at Walmart. Everybody always in the back talking.
This is for the parents of older kids, like 8-year-olds plus, and I mean this in the sincerest way. Are you guys okay? Yes, this is another supermarket rant, because the supermarket has become my most despised place on earth. It surpasses play centres and the gyno, and that is absolutely saying something. I just dropped into Coles to grab a few things, and I'm trying this new thing where I'm spending intentionally, and I'm thinking about where every single one of my dollar is going. And for me, I prefer to support the local grocer than to support the big food chains. Mexican tonight, so think like black beans and diced tomatoes and corn out of a tin, like things that are meant to not cost a lot of money. And I walked out of there spending $82, and I came out of there with one meal. I have little babies. I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. And between the 4 of us, those 2, my 3-year-old doesn't eat. She eats oxygen. So, like, to combine, they're probably the equivalent of 1 child and 2 adults. Like, how are you feeding these pre-teens and teenagers who are like garbage disposals, who just eat everything? I know that's what I did when I was a kid. Like, at this point, I'm sitting in my car. That's how furious I am. And at this point, I just feel like they're just taking the piss.
It's absolutely ridiculous, but how about you?
That's funny. This 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, 900 square foot apartment with a loft, with a balcony and a garage in North Orange County, Southern California, runs me $2,300 a month. $2,300 a month. Now you might be saying, well, Matt, why don't you just move somewhere cheaper? Something cheaper. Too bad I fucking can't. I've been grandfathered into this lease. When I moved in 2017, I paid $1,900 a month, and it's gone up ever since then. But if I were to find any other apartment that was anywhere comparable to this, or worse, I'd be paying about the same, if not significantly a lot more. This apartment right now, if somebody leased this apartment right now, they'd cost them like $3,200, something like.
Okay, so this is a little message for the government. Not that you probably care, but if you do, this is a message for you. I just went to fill up my car, and it cost me $102. Okay, that's a sick joke. Considering my car used to be $80, like, how did we get to this? Like, $102, you've just, like, cost me about 5 cups of coffee that I now won't buy because I had to put extra in my fucking car for fuel this week. I basically feel like I would really like to know what you guys all earn and what exactly you fucking do to earn that kind of money, because I can sit down and tell you what I do at work, and I work really, really fucking hard, but I've got to live week to week because the inflation right now is kicking me in the ass. I don't exactly know what you guys do because it never seems to be anything that you promise when you're fucking getting elected to be in the government. But anyway, that's besides the point of this video. You all basically get paid to break fucking promises, I think. But anyway, back to the point. Just have a bit of a questionnaire for you, if you could take the time to answer these couple of questions. What do you actually think the average income for the everyday Australian is? Let me tell you, you probably fucking quadruple what the rest of us make. But at the moment, the average cost of rent is well and truly over $600, right? That I'm telling you, that's more than half a weekly income there. I just put $100 in my car for fuel. So that's about $700 a week just in fuel and petrol for most of us. And then, believe it or not, we do have to eat. So with the fucking cost of groceries at the moment too, if you're lucky, you can get maybe 2 bags at the shops for about $300 these days. So we're at about $900 there, sir, and we haven't paid a single fucking bill yet. Now let me tell you, in case you didn't know, most people don't even earn $900 a week. Okay, and you're particularly fucked if you're on a single income like myself. Because, yeah, you're down $900 and you've done 3 things. You haven't paid a bill yet. Energy Australia, I do apologise. I'm about $200 behind in an electricity bill at the moment, but I can't really fucking help that one. Sorry. I think my Optus bill is about $120 behind. And before anyone thinks they can beat me to it, I don't pay for my lashes or anything like that. So please don't tell me to cut back on the luxuries, because I've cut back, well, pretty much as the best I fucking can, really. Again, besides the point, I just have to throw that in there because there's always someone that's like, oh, but you've got lashes. Well, I don't pay for them, so try again, troll. Back to the government. Basically just put $100 in my car so I can get to work so that you guys can pay me to pay rent in a house that I pretty much visit because I never get to be at the house because I've got to work so much just to afford the petrol, to pay for the petrol to get to work, to pay for the fucking house that I don't live in that I visit so that I can work. Do you get what I'm saying? Basically, I pay for petrol to go to work, to pay for the house that I get to visit because I'm always at work.
You know, I'm really starting to get annoyed with this cost of living shit. And this is another rant. And as I said, I don't usually do these often, but I feel like they're going to start becoming a weekly, if not a daily experience. I got an email today that said from Optus that my bill was going up $4 to mitigate the cost of living. I'm sorry, my phone bill is going up $4? How exactly are you impacted by the cost of living? Because we sure as shit know that your staff aren't getting a wage raise to be in line with inflation. So can you please explain to me what is... And to sweeten the deal, you throw in 20 gigabytes of extra data that I won't ever use, that you'll just keep for yourselves. Okay, love that. Wonderful. You know, it's these companies that really make me sick. RACQ, I got a letter in the mail, a nice, shiny, glossy letter from them that says, oh, sorry, Chris, you know, we've had a really rough year. There's been a lot more claims, blah, blah, blah. You know, we're acutely aware was the key word as well, of the rising cost of living, and we don't take it lightly. You couldn't give a fuck, to be honest. You're just lip service at the moment, saying that you're going to be raising my insurance policy from what it was by about $30 to $40 a month. And you've just got to find that extra money. You know, I'm getting to the point where I'm kind of like, you know, I just want to get some popcorn and sit back and watch these greedy people just fight over everything and just watch this whole system self-implode. Because at this moment, I sit here and go, what is the point of working? All your money goes to some other scumbag. You can't do anything for yourself. So I just sit here and I go, what's the point of it all? What is it? You know, I'm sure as shit not going to be working myself to the bone and being told to work harder for nothing, okay? And I'm sure there's so many other people out there that feel the exact same way. I'm just so sick of it. You know, and I do want to touch back on that there as well with RACQ, saying that they're acutely aware of the cost of living. You know, as I said, it comes on this nice glossy bit of paper. Perhaps if you're looking for areas to trim, perhaps start looking at the way that you deliver things that could be done in an email rather than destroying more paper, more resources to send such a nice, glossy, thick-ass fucking envelope with your stupid-looking words of contrition. Okay? How about these corporations take a big step back, have a look at themselves in the mirror and say, yeah, we're the fucking problem. Okay?
I'm having a day. Or I'm having a life. I don't know, man. I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm sitting outside work, crying my eyes out in my vehicle. Because I can't function anymore. Financially, I don't understand anymore. I don't understand how I make $34 an hour and I can't function. I can't function. I can't pay my bills. I can't even literally keep gas in my car to get to work 3 days a week because I can't afford it. Like, I get paid and it goes to car, mortgage, a couple little bills, and then maybe $80 in food for the week. And I literally only buy groceries when my daughter's home now. On the weeks that she goes with her dad, which is Monday to Monday, what I've started doing is I buy a loaf of rye bread, and I work really hard to keep that one loaf of rye bread lasting me the whole week. And I eat peanut butter. So I'll eat peanut butter toast whenever I'm hungry. And it's been fine. It's been working just fine. I'm good with that. That's fine. But last week, I guess I was a little extra hungry a couple days. So I had toast in the morning and toast in the evening, which that's not in my budget. So I ran out of bread on like the Thursday or even the Friday. I don't know. Either way, at 47, I had to see if my mother could buy me a loaf of bread so that I could eat for the weekend before my daughter got home. Because if there's any food in the house, I'm not fucking eating one bit of it. I'm saving everything I can for her. Because then she gets home and she's not surviving a fucking toast. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I don't understand why things are so hard right now. I apparently make too much money to receive any financial benefits or help of any kind. I don't get GST. I don't get like the grocery benefit for single parents, even though I'm a single parent, but I apparently make too much money. I can't reach out to certain resources or any resources because I make too much money. You're going to die when I tell you what I pay for a mortgage right now. $400 every 2 weeks. And I'm dying. I have to renew my mortgage for February. And I already know that my mortgage will be less, but my payments are going to be probably $400 more a month. I don't know how to budget that in. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to sell stuff on Marketplace. I'm trying to find stuff for a yard sale. You know, I feel like I take one step forward and 8 steps back. Like, I get pushed back 8 steps. Not that I take 1 step back. I'm just being forced to go back. My crawl space in my house right now literally has like 8 inches of water in it. And it has for months. And it's like filled with mold. And so all I've been doing for the last few days is going online trying to figure out how I could get a septic pump. And then if I can actually sell enough stuff to afford one, then I have to learn how to install it. What? I literally have to learn how to install it. Because I don't have any help. I don't have anybody. And I don't have money to hire somebody. I don't even have money to buy it. How the fuck am I going to pay someone fucking $200 an hour to go in my horrible crawl space? I'm not. So then if I actually manage to fix my septic pump, which please God, fuck, please give me something. Let me fix it at least. Then I have to figure out how to get rid of all the mold in the basement because I think my daughter and I are fucking dying there. I just don't get it. And I have so many people that are so quick to be like, well, you should be living in an apartment. Do you know how much easier that would be for you if you lived in an apartment and you didn't have a yard to take and you didn't have to shovel snow and shit? Yeah, it would be easier. Do you know what's not easier? First and last month's rent with a fucking damage deposit. Let me just get $4,000 right out of my asshole. I don't have money for anything. And not to mention, if I'm renting somewhere on the first of the month, they need like $1,700 for the rent. Do you know that that's not even one of my paychecks? So then I would be every month having to save like $400 from one paycheck to add fully to the other paycheck to pay 1 month's rent. What the fuck kind of world is this? Like, just think about it for a sec. I can't imagine someone who makes minimum wage, how they even remotely function as a human being, let alone as like a mother or someone who's trying to survive. I don't fucking get it. And this isn't like a, oh, poor me, send me money. This isn't that. What I'm trying to do is show that in fucking real life. Somebody who's been at a career for fucking 18 years I've been with the provincial government. I make good money. No, I don't like my job. Who fucking likes their job? But you know what? I'd love to say it pays the bills, but it pays some of the bills. And that's about all I can say. I'm not educated to get another job. And I don't want to. I'm like fucking 7 years from retiring from the job right now that I hate. Why would I start a new job that I hate? And there's no way I would just walk into a job with no experience and get paid $34 an hour. Like, who do I fucking think I am? Because I'm fucking nobody. I just don't understand. At one point, I thought I had some sort of a purpose. And now I feel like literally all I'm doing is taking up space. I can't afford to, like, live as one person, let alone a woman who's raising a daughter and has animals. Like, I can't do it. And for those of you who can, I applaud you. I'm happy for you. But there's a lot of us that are drowning so bad that even with a life vest, I'm still gonna drown. I need the whole, like, I'm already on the Titanic. Fuck the life vest. Fuck the life vest. Fuck the lifeboat. I'm halfway down in the ocean with the Titanic. That's where I am. I can't even see the top of the water. That's how fucking low I am. Oh well. I guess the manifesting hasn't been helping. I created this huge board and I wrote all these manifesting statements on it because I've been doing all this stuff, right? Like trying to make things better for myself. And so I put this thing in my bedroom, and every fucking time I walk by it, I stop and I breathe in and I recite all 10 of those statements or 8 of those statements, and I feel it and I believe them. And then I walk away. And then I do it again. And I do it again. But reality is manifesting is just praying and hoping. And I don't have someone on my side, so I can pray and attempt to manifest all I want. Hope your day is better than mine.
These stories are happening everywhere, and they're happening now. Whether you're nodding along because this is your reality too, or you're shocked by what you just heard, we want to know, what's your experience been like? Are you feeling the squeeze at the grocery store? Has your rent skyrocketed? How are you coping with rising costs while wages stay the same? Drop a comment below and share your story. Let's create a space where people can be honest about what they're going through. Because clearly, we're not alone in this struggle, and sometimes just knowing that can make all the difference. And if this video resonated with you, hit that like button and subscribe, because real talk about real issues is what we're all about here.